Limited to actually remind ourselves of the time. We maintain the 15 minutes. We'll start with 5 minutes for the group, and we'll try to limit the comment to a maximum of 1 minute, so we can have as much comment as we can. So 15 minutes for each group. I think we're going to go the same order. The incentive group, Dr. Safai.
Sure. Our group was the largest in number, and the one which has the most difficult task, obviously,
and the smartest.
Not only because it's the number, but because, of course, the abstract nature of talking about the vision and mission, and it's not as straightforward and tangible as, for instance, where to get the money from or how to get the money. And also, presumably, I had 2 resource people, Ahmed Shaheen, who didn't make it to the US, and Said Saif, who would prefer to go to another group and left me alone in front of these 14 colleagues of mine. So, bearing that in mind, I have to warn you that we did not finish all the work was supposed to finish, because the group, everybody has to speak his or her mind, and everybody had something to say about all these questions. First question was, what will entice Egyptian Americans, both individuals or organizations, to join this platform or proposed platform, and organize their activities through it? Some people said, if we feel we will participate in this new platform, if we feel that there is focused, serious, goal-oriented assembly. Some other people said that if we feel truly that this assembly or this network or this platform is going to be able to facilitate the work of the Egyptian American community. We feel that they are facilitating really things to happen. Other people said that we feel that with that it will be a win-win situation for their organization and for other organizations, because they are not going to duplicate, they are going to advertise for each other their events, because they may tap each other resources, mail lists, and so on. So an umbrella will allow and facilitate and give an opportunity for a win-win situation. Other people said the only reason for any incentive for me or my organization is to have that platform, is to really maximize the opportunity to serve Egypt. A group of organizations will be able to serve Egypt more than, scattered or fragmented organizations. The last answer for that, and I'm hoping that I covered all of them. As I said, the discussion was so involved, to actually promote the interest of all the Egyptian American organizations and individuals with the Egyptian government. That was one of the opinions here. Now, we have not taken votes or anything. We just allowed, we actually provided in our meeting, because it's so large, as I said, 15 or 15 people, there's very strong opinions about what they feel. All right. Then there was the second question, what will entice Egyptian Americans to offer their help to governmental agencies in Egypt, to private sector companies in Egypt, to civic societies and NGOs in Egypt? And there was some overlaps, of course, of the both, but they said, well, so we cooperate among ourselves in that, to be able to plan together how to do that. All of those things will, but the key word which was mentioned is to actually achieve maximum synergy. Not just interaction, not just cooperation, but synergy, which of course defined as that make sure that the total sum is more than the parts. By having organization A, organization B, everybody is playing solo, we are not going to have a symphony. We will not have a symphony. But only if it is orchestrated, only if it is synthesized well, that it will make a good piece of music. It is that synergy. So one player plus another player makes a beautiful and more enjoyable and more, of course, productive and effective outcome. The last question which we were dealing with was what will entice the Egyptian governmental agency, or the Egyptian private company, or the Egyptian civic society to seek. And this was so a lot of disagreements and actually, I would say, inability among most of us to really understand the other. This is almost, I concluded at the end, that it may need to be coming from the Egyptians themselves. They said, most people say, well, success will breed success. So if we succeed in the early efforts of this platform, assembly, network, whatever, if we succeed, it breeds success by actually all those agencies and companies will start to say, our brothers there in America, can you come and help us like what you did in such and such a province or or town or anything. So this was really the shallow and I would say the very limited, and probably together collectively we could not find a very clear. We were very clear about what will entice us Egyptians, but we were not very clear about what they entice Egyptians to come to us. The trust will be built, as some said, when we succeed in a project-oriented ventures, and that will bring faith in this assembly, because of course we will be as a network able to answer more requests from the Egyptian side. Then we moved to what should be the vision, and the vision is a dream. A dream, you don't have to implement it ever. It is a dream all the time you pursue in your life or in the lives of your children. It was here put as a base that the vision would be a viable Egyptian-American community. There was an amendment which we agreed, put by Ibrahim Hussein, is to call the vision, to add a few words to make it stronger. So it is now, the vision is to establish a platform to build a viable Egyptian-American community. So the vision is to really to seek at one point that we will have, maybe not today, maybe not this year, maybe not 5 years from now, to have a truly a good platform or assembly or a network where a viable Egyptian-American community can thrive. That's the vision. We reached the mission, and at the mission we had as a base to develop an organized and effective community of Egyptian-American and they empower them to thrive in the US, support Egypt, and positively influence Egyptian-American relations. The time was short, although we met twice, once before and after, and this mission was not agreed upon for many reasons, but I can, at least to be honest, to report what happened, that because it's not really affecting us as a group only.